mechanical keyboard scene is gaining so much popularity, especially custom mechanical keyboards. With such a saturated mechanical keyboard market, is there room for pre-built keyboards like the Ant Pro 2 to shine? I've used the Ant Pro 2 for a little over a year now. In this video, I'll be going over the general functionalities, a sound test, the pros, the cons, and if this board is for you. Let's take a look. Out of the box, the keyboard has a 1900 mAh battery. When I first had the keyboard, one full charge lasted a week of use without RGB enabled. The Ant Pro 2 can be wired through USB-C or wireless through Bluetooth. Simply switching on the Bluetooth on the back and pressing the function 1 key plus the number 1 key will turn the keyboard into pairing mode. The keyboard can connect up to 4 different devices. Through the dedicated software, you're able to assign macro keys and fully customize the RGB lighting down to each individual key. And the keyboard is equipped with double-shot PBT keycaps. Despite being a 60% keyboard, you do lose out on arrow keys. But with the Ant Pro 2, you still have arrow key functionality. And there's 2 ways. You could use the tap mode, but if you need to move further than 1 space, you would need to press the FN1 key plus WAS or D to move freely. For a mechanical keyboard, it's quite compact and lightweight at just 635 grams. I don't see any trouble taking this keyboard on the go. I'm a big fan of the very minimal branding this keyboard has. I also like the detailed feature on the keycaps that make it easy to view the default FN functions. This made it convenient to find the print screen and delete functions. Speaking about keycaps, I also like the PBT keycaps that they have on this keyboard. They allow for a Great Rgb Effect to shine through them, and because they are PBT, they won't get grimy or sticky from prolonged use. The software was also relatively easy to navigate. I was able to change the keyboard functions for complete control over macros and the RGB effects. To make the keyboard so light and portable, the majority of materials used is plastic, which can be a deal breaker for some. For this Ant Pro 2, I ended up with Gateron blue switches, and they can be quite loud. And depending on the environment you're in, they can be quite distracting to others, even though it may not be distracting to you. But this can be remedied by choosing another switch upon purchase. However, what would have made this board perfect is if it was hot swappable. The tap mode for the arrow key functions may not be for everyone, and I could see it taking a little bit of time to getting used to using the FN and WASD keys for continuous arrow key functions. I think it's a great entry-level board for those that want to get into the mechanical keyboard scene. It allows for a ton of customizability, from the RGB lighting and specific keystroke macros. I do have to note that a better option to the Gateron blue switches that isn't so loud is the Gateron browns, because I was told it was what the retro mechanical keyboards from the 80s sounded like. What can I say? I'm stuck in the past. But if you're looking for a hot swappable keyboard that has similar functionalities like the Ant Pro 2, definitely check out the Epimaker GK64X DIY kit, where you can add your own mechanical switches. If you're in the market for your first mechanical keyboard or looking to upgrade, the Ant Pro 2 is packed with a ton of features that won't break the bank. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what keyboard you're using. And if you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up. However, what would have made this bird.